Good morning, everyone. The other day when I got the craft consortium papers, I told you I kept thinking about this picture of my granddaughter where she's standing on the, she's getting ready to cross the street or she's standing there, I don't know. Somebody took a picture of her. And she's all girly dressed, but she's standing in this urban area and downtown or something. So anyhow, I thought, oh, it kind of is like urban chic. And so anyhow, I wanted to use these papers, and I've already cut them. And then I also wanted to use this. Now I have to say, and this is probably really weird, but it's like the red in the middle is more like somebody had painted on there. And so I thought, well, I'm gonna cut away the outside. I'll just use it for something else. So I cut away the outside, and I'm gonna use this to mat her photo in. And then I'm going to kind of mimic what's going on there in the picture. So I think I'll probably kind of start like this. And it looks like there's two squares like that. So I'll put one that'll kind of be off the paper. And then I'm gonna fill in with these until I've got the whole paper filled up. And so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, and these are 4x4s. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back, and I have all the papers cut and all laid out the way I want them. And I put two of these together. I don't remember if I said I was gonna do that, because I kind of want it to look like the part of the sidewalk, or actually I think she's kind of stepped down onto the road. That's what it looks like to me. And so I'm gonna place her probably right about there. But I decided to bring in this paper. It is a Heidi Grace, and it is called Cherrywood Lane Paisley. And it took me so long to find it because it's actually a paper that kind of looks like an old dress that I had, so I was kind of saving it for that. Even though my dress, I think, was orange and brown, not pink and brown, but I thought it was close as I was going to get. So anyway, I wanted it to be a little more red, so I am taking its Fired Brick from Tim Holtz Distressed Inks. And I am just kind of going around the edges a little bit to kind of make it a little more red. Ginger would love this. She loves red and brown. So, pulling in some of her colors. And I would have liked that paper in red and orange with the brown. Okay, so I'm just doing that. It's not a whole lot, but it's going to be a little bit covered up. And I think her scarf that she has on looks very much like it. So I thought that was pretty cool. So let's see. I think I'm having it this way. And I'm going to put that on there kind of cockeyed. And then after that, I'll try to get the photo straight with my paper. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of bring it over so there's a little more on the one side than the other. And then I have this lace. I'm trying to bring in all these textures because it's like this is so textural and looks very masculine. And now I'm going to bring in some very girly things. So I'm going to bring in this lace. And I don't know if there's a front or a back. Front and back or not. It feels a little more textured on this one side. So I'm going to put it on that side. And I'm just kind of lining it up there like that. Okay, that should do it. Okay, now for my ruler, so I can get this straight, because I want this straight. So I want it like that. And I want it up a little higher. I might have this a little more cockeyed than what I want. No, I think that's the way I had it. Okay. So I just can't have it up as high as what I was thinking I was going to put it. Okay, so I think, oh, and I'm probably over this way a little bit more. I think that looks like the spot. Oh, and I'm totally, my idea of, oh, I'm going to hold that there for a minute. Nope, not even for a second. Okay. Let's try that again. Bringing it down just a little bit more. So I'm trying to straighten the picture, not necessarily, well, definitely not the mat. So I think about there. Okay, and then I have this tag. So I'm bringing in another thing that looks very textured. And this was from, and I have some, like a street sign and another tag and license plate. And so, and I have another license plate here. I'm trying to pull out my ribbon here. And I bought them in a pad that was called the Ultimate Tab Book or something, or Tab Pad. And it was, not tab, the Ultimate, what was it? Maybe it was called the Ultimate Tag Book or Card Book, but it had a whole bunch of cards and tags. It was really a really neat thing. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I want to bow or just leave it kind of dangle. This is two-sided, so I mean it's just beautiful ribbon. And I think it's from Stampin' Up. I think I got it. I was at an auction for my grandchildren's, the grand twins, their preschool that they were going to, and they are funded by this auction, and I bid on this Stampin' Up basket, and this was in it. It's really a pretty ribbon. Okay, let me try that. See how that looks. Because I want to be able to see both sides of it because I really like it. And I'm just trying to get that bow to work there. So, oh yes, that looks lovely. Okay, and I know I'll have to cut some off. I need to move my ribbon scissors so I don't accidentally pick up those, because of course that's what I want to do. And maybe about that much off. Okay, and I'm going to be sticking that in here. And maybe about midway down, probably there. Okay, I'm going to start on that cluster. So, I love the idea of having a cluster base, even though it's like I rarely use one. And this one, I'm going to use it, and then I'm going to like tumble off of it with some flowers. So I'm making it look all urban and textural, and then I'm gonna put girly flowers on it because I love the contrast. Okay, so I have this bunch of flowers, and they are from the Floral Book 1 from Mente. And let me try to see how I'm arranging these. I think I'm gonna have, see, she's got on the white, so I want a little bit of white in there. There's the red on the street, so it's red, and she's got pinks on. So I'm just bringing in all these colors. And I'm thinking that it's going to kind of be like that. Maybe I'll get my flowers arranged to show you where I'm going to put everything. And then I will pause and tape it down. And then I have this license plate that says Land of Lincoln. And she could be in Chicago because I know they go and for like a day trip or whatever to Chicago a lot. So I'm going to have that there. And, well, maybe not quite so high because I'm actually going to put Urban Chic right over top of it. So you're just kind of seeing the, maybe I'll tuck it under this leaf just a little bit more. So maybe about like that. And then I have a different ribbon for this tag, and it's like a package or a, kind of like a package or luggage tag. And these, all these things were from that Ultimate card or something. And these were actually all on the same page because I pulled it out for this tag. And then I thought, oh, it's got the street address thing on it. I'll use that too. So I think that's a really fun element to use, especially on this page. Okay, do I get the other half of that? Let me see. Maybe not. There it is. My fingers aren't pulling it out easily. Try that. I don't know where this ribbon came from. Some of these ribbons I've had for years and years, more than 20. Because I've done all kinds of crafts before I started doing scrapbooking, which I could have saved a lot of time by just cutting the chase and going right into scrapbooking, because this is what I love. Okay, so I have this one, and again I'm going to have to cut that off. Oh, and the scissors actually worked for that ribbon, so it's because I haven't used them much. So I'm going to stick this up in here. I hope I didn't cut off too much. Yeah, probably just. And then I have this, it's DAHO. I'm not sure where that is. Okay, so I'm going to be sticking that there. And again, I'm going to be doing another cluster of flowers. And these are all from the same collection. And I might have to switch my bow around. It's like I kind of had these laid out, but it's like by the time that you actually put the ribbon in there, it's a whole nother story, whether it's all going to look the same or not. Okay, and this in here. I'll kind of have that one there. I want that white in there because of her little white skirt. And my leaves. And then I've got extra leaves over here and stuff. I think I need them. Okay, and then I'm going to have the sign up here. And again with the flowers. And we'll see how much I match my plan. Once I think I got them all in here. Okay, I want to stick another leaf in there. And then I have this little flower that I'm going to stick on this side. Okay, so it's gonna be about like that. So let me tape it all down. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got everything taped down and the title on, and then I put this flower, and this flower, and this flower up on dimensionals, so because I wanted to lift some of them up so that the ribbon wasn't the only dimensional thing on the page. And then I added some red enamel dots to bring more of the red in. So that's it for my Urban Chic page. I think it turned out so cute. It did get bigger as I pulled out more embellishments or more embellished, but I really love how it turned out. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. I will have close-ups at the end, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.